Ladies and gentlemen, I have a confession to make. I, Jerry G. Bishop, Chicago broadcasting legend and patriarch of the Svengoolie family, am to blame. I am responsible for getting Rich Coase into Chicago television when, in 1971, I decided to use comedy material submitted by a young Northwestern student from Morton Grove and took Rich under my wing, the wing of my rubber chicken, actually, while doing the original Svengoolie show on WFLD. That's when it was good. Rich wrote bits for me, played characters, provided artwork, ended up as my producer, sidekick, and we went to NBC Radio in Chicago. During that time, he also worked with radio comedy legend Dick Orkin, co-writing the final group of Chicken Man episodes, and writing 2 segments for PBS's Electric Company. A major milestone came in 1978 when I agreed to give Rich permission to continue the Svengoolie franchise as son of Svengoolie, which after numerous battles he finally got off the ground June of 1979.
Say, listen, could I have a drum roll, please, to announce our first official Scare Mail segment? That was a nice one. I'd like to hear that again. A drum roll would be nice here, since we got so much mail here. Ow, ow, ow! All right, listen, anyway, we've had a veritable downpour of mail since our first show there, and
snowing outside.
Like I said, a downpour of mail. And don't forget, you can be a part of it. Just send us your comments, your ideas, your jokes, and the unclaimed folding chairs still in your parking space since January when it snowed. And rush them to this address. You see it right on your screen. The Son of Svengoolie, WFLD TV, 300 North State Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60610. And don't forget the stamp. It's very important. Anyway, let's get to there's the stamp right now. Let's get to the mail. We do want to thank you. And a lot of you asked for autographed pictures. We don't have any yet, but when we do, we'll be sending them out to you. So just be patient, you dummies. What the heck? All right, we got a lot of letters here. We have to go through all this. And surprisingly enough, I can actually read. Here's one I really like. This one says, Dear Sirs, I'm writing to you because I do not like that disgusting wino announcer that you have on at 8 o'clock in the evening. I know for a fact that at 8 o'clock people will be turning off 32 and onto ABC or NBC or CBS because of that stupid, idiotic announcer on Channel 32's Creature feature. What do you think of that, huh? And it's signed yours? Yes, yours truly, Roger Smith. Roger, I want you to say hello to your wife and Margaret for me. It's very nice to hear from you. Here's one that's from J.J. Fleninger. And he's from Westchester, Illinois, huh? How about that?
I love it.
I like it myself. Listen, it says here, if Svengoolie was your father, then who was your mother? Was it possibly your father's former sidekick, Zelda? Well, only her hairdresser really knows for sure. This one is from Matt Zipman, who says, mention my birthday, wish me a happy birthday on your next show. It's June 23rd. Map, I can't possibly do that. Map, your name is Matt. Well, that's old for a road map, isn't it? This one says, Dear Son of Svengoolie, my brother says your show isn't so funny, but he does not know anything. Does his brother know anything? Do you think he knows anything about this at all? I certainly don't. No, he's not from Berwyn. He's from Chicago, Illinois. Anyway, he says, please send me a free rubber chicken. Can't do that, Frank Hoffman. You're a cheapskate. Okay, this one says, Svengoolie, you have a good show. My dad says they're good too. P.S. Could you say my name on your shows? And there's, oh, here it is. Chris Von Weedle. No, Chris, I can't say your name either. Here's a good joke. He didn't like it. Well, wait till you hear the joke first. This comes from Shane Dahlman. And Shane says, what do you get when you cross a vampire with a haystack? A Bale, a Lugosi. Bale. Okay. Yes, I think you were right when you said that the first time. It says your show is great, and I like your jokes better than Steve Martin. That's good. This is from Patty Skvore because Steve Martin didn't like my jokes at all, so of course you like it better than he did. And look at this. Somebody sent me here. This is from Berwyn. Let me say that again. This is from Berwyn.
Johnny Mathis.
No, it's not from Johnny Mathis. But look, they sent us these little cutout pictures here. Can you see that? Isn't that adorable? They did this in therapy. And there's little rubber chickens here. See that? And over here are some bats. This, of course, is a Louisville Slugger on the end here. This came from a very good friend of ours, Margaret Fleidermaus. Fleidermaus? Okay. Thanks, Margaret. It says, the nurses say it's very good in therapy for me to express myself on paper like this. Okay, Margaret, thanks a lot. Listen, I don't know how much more time we've got here. We had a lot of mail. I want to thank everybody. Lydia McGee says, please get scarier movies like the ones your father had. No happy endings. I want everybody to die. They want everybody to die. Well, crew doesn't want everybody to die. They won't get paid. Here's one. This one is from Joanne Rodriguez. And she says, you are so romantic. And she said, I baked you a cake, and if it's not your birthday, so what? I don't know if you can see that here. I don't think you want to see that here. Forget it. Ken Hibben, 15 years old, says, are you related to Dr. Don Rose, who does the announcing in the afternoons on the kiddie shows here on Channel 32? He says, man, I sure hope not. I really don't see how your managers there at WFLD can pay a guy who talks funny, plays a klaxon horn, and who makes a total idiot of himself. What do you think of that, huh?
Narf, narf, narf.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, I think. So hello to Paul Klasky, who typed his letter and says, I hope you will have a long career, but if you wear a long coat, nobody will notice it. I don't know. Here, this is a little joke here from Sean Laszlo of Highland, Indiana. She says, or he says, Sean, are you a he or she? Is Sean a he or she? Do you know? It's a she, okay. They ask, what sort of beans does a werewolf like? Human beans. Here's another letter. This one is from Brian Sylvester. His brother wrote a joke which we cannot repeat on the air, but thanks anyway. Brian, this is from John Mylin, and he says, I know, well, I'll be through with this in a minute. What happened to your father Svengoolie after his show went off? After that, they brought on a show called The Ghoul, and it was so stupid that, etc. Okay. Here's a letter. This is almost a petition. It says, send us a picture of all of your friends here. Are we supposed to wind this up, Don? Oh, listen, Don says let's wind it up. All these people, Mary Ann Pitcher and Eileen Guffin and Margaret Pitcher and Mary Lyon and Katie Pitcher. And then too many pictures there. They should have a shortstop. I'll get to more mail later on. Listen, I want to thank you all for writing to us. We have one final letter here. It says, dear son of Svengoolie, since you're the son of Svengoolie, what's your real name? I see what he means by that, you know? I mean, if your dad's name is John, your name isn't necessarily John just because you're John's son. You know what I'm...
You doesn't have to call him Johnson.
Get him out of here. Listen, what do you think my name is, huh?
Barry Goldwater?
No, it's not. But if you have an idea, send it to me at this address you see on your screen here, and we'll see if anybody comes close to guessing what my name is. And we'll read some of your guesses on the air. Thanks again for the mail up. Any further ideas on what my name is?
Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Very close. Listen, we'll roll more of the movie in a minute, but I'll be waiting for your letters. So let's have them. Must be airmail. I don't know. Well...